Hey everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking with Betsy. Say hey, Betsy. Hey. So tonight I'm making a clip. This is a segment from my last live stream, which we do Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We talk about scam calls, pretty much anything else we want to talk about. I take questions from the chat and enjoy thoroughly interacting with the people who join the live stream. But this is actually a story that I tell that proves I really shouldn't talk to anybody outside of scammers. You might get a kick out of it. I had a lot of fun, so did Avery. And Betsy says hi. There's a clip of her in here as well, so I hope you all enjoy. And thanks a lot for checking out the channel and checking out the video. Okay, so you want to hear something funny? I told you the story.
Okay.
About the young lady at the comic book store, right?
Yes.
All right. I did not tell the story.
Terrified.
I've gotten more confirmation that I did it completely wrong.
Yes.
To make a long story short, guys, I'm not a creep. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not a stalker of young women. I'm not somebody who shut up. I'm not somebody who purposely tries to make other people uncomfortable.
But I do.
But it happens all the damn time.
Yes.
So my wife and I are at our local comic book store, and there's a young lady behind the counter ringing up the guy in front of us as purchase. And the guy's just chit-chatting with her, just having a normal conversation. And he asks her a question. He says, "By the way, I forgot what your name is." And she tells him her name. And it is a very unique name. And it just so happens it's our daughter's name. Our daughter's named the same thing. And it made me remember that many, 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 many moons ago, in my parents' neighborhood, when we were out trick-or-treating, when my daughter was much younger, probably 3 or 4 years old, we ran into a lady who had a daughter who also had the same name as our daughter. And it's a unique name, so it's not one it's very common. And we noted that, wow, there's somebody with the same name as our daughter in this neighborhood. I mean, that's great. And the first thought that went through my head was, this young lady could have been that child that we met 25 years ago, And so when we get up to the register, I say to her, and you also have to remember, I'm standing right next to my wife. My wife's right with me. So had I been by myself, this whole entire situation would have been even more creepy. Okay. And I asked her, I said, "Hey, I got a question for you, a personal question for you. And you do not have to answer it if you don't want to. But were you born here in this town?" And she looked at me and she's like, "This is freaking freaky." And she goes, "I don't know if I want to answer that." I said, "That's fine. That's fine. That's not a problem. Let me tell you why." And so I told her the story about 25 years ago or so, trick-or-treating and meeting somebody who had the same name as my daughter. And she calmed down and she was okay with it. And we started talking more about it. Come to find out that she was named after the same character that my wife named our daughter from. So they had that in common. The spelling was the same, which there's alternate spellings of the name, but she had the same spelling. And then she told us how old she was. She was about 7 years off from the person we were thinking she might be. So there's no way in hell this young lady was the person we were looking for. And it was an interesting conversation. Had it been the same person, it would have been even better. But as we left on a very happy note. The lady thanked us and we thanked her and we left. And we're walking out to the car and my wife says to me, "You do realize how really bad that looked when you asked her that first question?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, "You're like a 50-year-old man creeping on this young lady, asking her where she was born and stuff. And you're just so weird." And I'm like, but I had a valid reason for doing it. I mean, there was a story.
Pervert.
There was a story there.
Degenerate.
Well, needless to say, I talked to my daughter today.
Yes.
And told her the whole story. She gave me a hug, one of those, "Oh my God, Dad, you're so broken."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Next time that happens, start with the story. Don't ask the question." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah, start with, "Oh, wow, my daughter has the same name with named after the character, blah, blah, blah." Wow.
Avery,
What?
I'm a freaking idiot.
No.
Because my daughter's first reaction was, "Oh my God, Dad, you're a creep. Please don't do that to young ladies anymore." And I'm like, honey, I was just, the story makes perfect
I
sense.
just wanted to wear her skin.
The question, the question makes perfect sense in context with the story. But the question by itself, without the story, was creepy as hell. And
Yeah.
I told my brother-in-law this story as well, and that's when he brought up, "Hey, are you watching that Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why?" He says, "'Cause you're sounding really like Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah.
crazy."
No,
Just be
no, that
careful.
was much more Buffalo Bill.
Oh God, you're right.
What are you, about a size 12?
So needless
Goodbye,
so
horses.
needless to say, I'm not allowed to talk to people anymore,
No,
and all my friends who know me are supposed to just roll their eyes and ignore the fact that I'm as stupid
you're
and
not
weird as
allowed to
I am.
talk to a woman under the age of 35 ever.
You're probably right.
Just as
You're
a
probably
general rule, don't
absolutely
even
right.
speak. I don't even care if it's the cashier at their supermarket and she says, "Hello, sir," just nod. Just be like,
Why do you think I go through the self-checkout? So I
"Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to talk to people.
yeah."
We have literally, I if you think about it, Avery, stop and think about this for just a second. The typical conversations I have on a daily basis
Uh-huh.
are either with my wife,
Mhm.
with people from work who I've only ever met once or twice in 4 years. I see them on the computer, that's it, and scammers.
Yeah,
That's the only people I have conversations with on a daily basis. I avoid I go through the drive-through to get food, and I barely ever talk to people. I say hi, give them my money, and I leave. I
yeah,
When I go and get breakfast in the morning, I go to the kiosk. The only
yeah.
thing I say to the lady who gives me my food is "thank you." That's
I
it. I don't have
yeah.
conversations with anybody. This is where I'm going to get in trouble. Rosie goes, "Oh no!" Still, at least she took it in a good stead. And but yes, start with the story. I am I am utterly amazed that she did not walk away from the register and go get one of the guys she worked with and said, "Please go help this man."
Yeah,
I'm surprised she
I'm
didn't do that.
scared.
Had my wife not been there, I could easily see her, like, calling the cops. I wasn't trying to be that creepy, but my wife was like, "You do realize that was really, really inappropriate what you did." And I said, "What? What did I do? I was just
You've
asking."
yet another reason I think you're borderline autistic, like high functioning,
We've had
because
that
you do have
conversation before.
problems with context and social
Yes.
cues, like
Yes.
like bad sometimes. I've said it before. It's not the first time.
I know. I know. Re That's a reason why I should not talk to people. You all understand what I'm saying. You've followed my videos long enough to know, in real life, I should not talk to people.
You're only allowed to talk to scammers from now on.
That's right. Because I won't freak them out. I won't scare
And
them.
if you do, so what? It's a
True.
plus if you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. the what is it? It's the not the it's Hey everybody, and thanks a lot for checking out the video. If you like the content, click the subscribe button and hit the bell for notification. Leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, either way, and we'll catch you all next time.